Have you ever just looked someone in the eyes and say, engage kiss? What? Engage kiss. And they just look at you like you just said the most randomest crap ever? Well, of course, I never did that, but apparently they did. Engage Kiss, an anime that's released. I found it while looking through Crunchyroll, and I said, you know what, I'll watch that, because it seems interesting. So, yeah, we're gonna watch it, and we're gonna critique it, and we're gonna call it names, and be funny. Let's see if it's good. Make the rating.
付き合ってた時に黙って合コンに行ったことと、貸した3000ドルがいつの間にかうやむやになってたことと、私の誕生日に帰ってこなかったことと、相談もなく会社を辞めたことと、悪魔娘をパートナーにしたことを除けばね。あ、それから、ごめんなさい、それ言ってました。
Was not expecting that. When I see the name Engage Kiss, I see something like plastic memories. Cute but sad. What was that? It was good. The animation's good. Quality of the animation's good. The acting's really good. It's not about love, technically. It is, but it isn't. See, it's about episode 1. We start with this girl coming home and she can't get through the door. Oh no, she has groceries too. Guess she's cooking with the rats. And then we cut to a guy having dinner at a restaurant with a girl. He's not eating with the rats. He's like, man's eating like the Flash. Like, it does say that he has 8 in 3 days. Like, bro, if I didn't eat for 3 days, I'd die. I'm fat. I need my food. Okay, I need my food. I die without it. He's like trying to get a job because he's low on money. You know, he hasn't paid his bills or anything because he doesn't have any money. And so the girl offers him a job. And when he gets home, the girl that we just seen, who couldn't get to the door and eating with the rats, is sitting down at a dinner table with dinner. I mean, I guess those rats really did help. So she guilt trips him to eat dinner. She's like starts going on a depressing rampage. I'm like, this is some red flags, man. She's like, oh, I'm really worthless if you don't want to eat my food. He's like, fine, I'll eat it. And then he suffers through eating it. I mean, I get it. Food's food. I mean, he must have some rat poison in it, and he might be dead, but he's just the main character. He'll be fine. He'll be alive in episode 5. You'll be fine. And he got a package which contains glasses, and once you put some on, it's like a VR, like Oculus. You put it on, and you're in a new world. And so basically, there was this demon that broke into a casino, and they can't kill it. It won't move. It doesn't. It won't move, but it can't kill it, or at least you can't easily kill it. I don't know how they kill it. I don't think it ever showed them killing it. I think it just died. Like, he got bored, so he went with the rats too. So he has a job to do, and the daughter has a mom that runs that, and she made I don't get that part. That part's confusing to me. It turns out that his girlfriend, the one that made him eat the food and ate and made dinner with the rats, she's a demon. Normal girlfriend. There's a demon. You know, she goes through walls and stuff. Just normal girlfriend. You know, has powers, and you know how she gets her powers charged up? With a kiss. That's the name! Holy crap, it makes sense! They call it a ritual, which I don't think making out's a ritual, but hey, to each their own, I guess. I mean, I just watched an anime about your ex being your sister. It doesn't matter. I forgot to mention, if that building collapsed, it would have flooded the whole city because there's water under it, I guess. I don't know. But, you know, they saved it from collapsing. Happy ending. They do stuff at home that I probably can't say.
それで僕はおう、忘れてました。
Man, that was awesome! I got the blood pumping, let me tell you. Episode 2, epic fight scene. Episode 3, epic fight scene. There's some story, too. So, basically, the girlfriend's a demon. And, you know, every time she gets powered, she takes a memory from him. And, you know, the whole reason he's in the demon hunting business is because of what happened to his family. There's so much to tell. Oh, I love this show. Sure, it does have its boring parts a lot of the time, but its action scenes make up for it, because, oh my goodness, the music is epic. The animation's epic. I love this show. I wouldn't say it's top 5. I would say number 6, but if we're talking about, like, story, it's number 1. Because holy crap, this is on par with Plastic Memories. If Plastic Memories had its boring parts more often. Trust me, Plastic Memories had its boring parts, but this is all over the place with its boring parts. The only parts I'd say that are actually exciting are the battles. Because, you know, when I went into this thinking about it being a rom-com or like something like Plastic Memories, and it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. So basically, his family's dead. Again, with a dead family. I mean, first it's... Anyway. And you know, he's been traumatized by that experience ever since he was young, because, you know, it happened when he was young. So, he's in the demon hunting business to try to find out, like, the truth and stuff. And try to see what killed them. And kill it. That's what I'm getting from it. And... oh my goodness. So, like I said, whenever she needs to be powered up, the girlfriend, she needs to kiss him. In the name of the show. So, you know, it's weird. But then once that kiss happens, you know, there's about to be an epic fight scene. And I know she hasn't really been cooking with the rats lately. I'm sure they're getting lonely. But, because, you know, they actually have money now because they have a job. So they don't really... And, you know, the last action scene has some importance. So there's these guys, okay? 2 guys. I think one's name's Tony. And Tony's friend, he looks like Futuro's boss. So I always call Tony Futuro. Because it's like, this is alternate universe quintessential quintuplets where Futuro freaking dies. Speaking of, Tony dies. And you know, his wife's in grief. So, his wife, that's what they think. They think that his wife is going out and killing everybody. Like, everyone that was involved with his murder. And, like, guess who's involved with the murder? The people at the demon hunting place. And so... they're in extreme danger, and the police officer, or, you know, the detective, sees a note on the wall where Tony's buddy died, and it says 1 more person, and they know who that person is. It's the daughter of the head of the head of the business, and she's been quarantined because, you know, the wife hides in reflections. Like, A Million Reflections is her name or something, I don't know. But she hides in mirrors and stuff, or any sort of reflection, and guess what has reflections? Your eyes. So she's quarantined in fear that she contains her, and anything that, like, had her reflection had to be disposed of. And so, when the time comes where the wife decides to break into the place where she's quarantined, the girlfriend and, the big man here, Greencoat, that's what we'll call him. Greencoat are ready to attack. Epic fight scene. Let me tell you, that music that played, mwah, is just perfect. There's nothing else to just describe it. It was a good fight scene, you know. And some things happened before then, but I don't really want to talk about them because they're not important. It's epic fight scene. And apparently the daughter of the head of the business used to date Mr. Greencoat here. And so it's like she still likes him, but he's dating Demon Girl here. And so that's why that's a whole like dynamic of them hating each other, because one wants the girl and the other one wants the boy. No, they both want the boy. What? I don't know. But yeah. The show has its extremely boring parts, except for the rats. Those guys are great. They're funny. But it has its boring parts. But its action scenes and its story lifts it high. So if we're like talking about like story animes that I've watched, this has to be top 3. It's not something that I like go back and watch again by myself. I'd watch it like a friend or something. But it's good. It's really good. Like, I'm sure that I think what would suit it better is an English dub. Having to read, they do nothing on screen, so you're basically just reading the whole time, except for when it comes to an action scene. Now, I feel like they do that on purpose, so you're not missing anything by having to look up and down, but still, it's a bit boring. I mean, I've almost fell asleep many times and just normal things are going on, but when the story starts picking up, that's when you're like episode 4, I don't think it had any action, which was it's a boring episode. But we only have 5 more episodes left because 10 episode anime, which is really weird because these animes are getting shorter.
母さん、カンナ。まだ覚えてる。
What was that? I'm sorry. Okay. For one, the show's not finished. So you know what? Maybe someday I'll have to come back to it once it is finished. But what the fudge? I don't even have words to explain any of this. Dude, that was awesome. And weird and sad. And let me explain. So, after episode 5, it's just normal fighting scenes and stuff. And so nothing big happens for a while until, I don't remember the name of the episode, but this nun comes into play, quote unquote. So, what's her deal, I hear you not asking? Well, apparently she's with another type of demon hunting service that's like even stronger apparently. So that's a whole thing. Not really. They defeat her, yeah, and not without casualties. The girlfriend almost died. She got this mech suit, and it had these tentacles. And they pierced the demon. What I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure they explained this, with demon powers, human bullets can't kill the demon, but demon bullets could. Demon powers can kill demons, but not human powers. So basically, the tentacles are like a demon tentacle, so they can hurt her. And so they put a wound right in her, go right straight through her belly, and she almost dies. It wasn't for, or a Shu, that's his name, S-H-U, being there and making out with her and saving her, because, that's how that works. And, as I said, he loses memories each time. Over time in the show, he starts forgetting people themselves. Even one time when he was messing up his best friend's name. It's really sad. I love this show. Okay. And then, so, when Shu was younger, his family died. His, I guess I'd call him uncle. I forgot his name, I'm sorry. He took him in. And it turns out that the uncle's daughter was dying. And I'm guessing he made a deal with a demon to save her. And there's another guy. Call him Mr. Potato. Because for no particular reason. I just like thinking that he likes potatoes. And Mr. Potato gets shot by the uncle. And the uncle was a demon. When he made a deal with the demon, he became a demon. And that whole I don't even know how to start explaining all that. But you know, they have a final battle with him because they find out that he killed him after the funeral. That was like a whole mind twister. Like, let me tell you, like that whole thing right there. Like, 1 minute you're like, cool, what, huh? Like that's the whole show. Like 1 minute you're like, oh that's cool, oh that's cool, that's cool. It's awesome. And so they kill the uncle, with of course Shu losing the memories of his uncle. And, you know, not remembering. He doesn't remember a lot of things. There's a lot of things that he doesn't remember. It calms down again until like an episode later, and they're trying to find Shu's sister. Because they speculate that she's still alive. Also, there's this guy, okay? I don't think I ever mentioned popular blonde guy. I didn't think he'd have a role in the series, as serious as it was. He is the government's son, I think, the guy who runs the government's son. So basically, he knows the ins and outs. And like, there was this guy who was working with the demon hunting guys, not the nuns, but the main guys. And he was like the one who passed around information. They didn't know that until the uncle was dead and they unmasked him. Like it's kind of like a Scooby-Doo situation, except it was to save his own life. Because they had guns pointed at him and stuff. Because they thought he killed the uncle. But no, it was, or not the uncle, it was Mr. Potato. Thought that he killed Mr. Potato, but no, that's not what happened. I don't know how they found out. They never say that. Again, the show's not finished, okay. And then the final battle, the unfinished one that we were just talking about. Man. That was so good. It's not finished. But so far, okay, so basically, they get together, you know, it's like the final frontier. He's about to lose all his memories. He only has so much left. And there's this demon that they're talking about, like the old Thai demon. And they're going to the cave where, you know, his family died. And they're going to try to get his sister back. Well, when the nun and the girlfriend get there, the demon gets released. And they have to kill it. And, you know, blue hair. Did I ever mention her? The daughter of the daughter of the people who own the daughter of the person who owns the business, blue hair. She captures the government's daughter. The guy, the sister of the brother who thought they killed Mr. Potato. You know what I mean. And guns pointed at her, answers given to blue hair. Shu comes with a helicopter when they're about to get blown up. A brief summary here because we get to the plot point. And then when they get to the demon, the girlfriend's fighting and the nun's fighting, and they're trying to do stuff. Fight scene. And then Shu comes down and he tells the girlfriend, take the last remaining memories I have. Take the last ones I have. I don't care what happens. And before she could do anything, she gets stabbed And holy moly, and then there's a cliffhanger showing like a different version of her with like brown hair, I'm pretty sure. Like, what? I think it's his sister, honestly. Yeah, it just came out as a surprise. I didn't really get to pay attention to the extra details. But holy moly, this show is great. Like, seriously, 10 out of 10 would recommend. So would the doctors across the street and the rats. Because, you know, rats. But seriously, I cannot recommend this enough. Sure, it has its boring parts, but just like my stepmom's daughter's my ex, it has that cushion that stables it out. You know what I mean? It's the table that's wiggling, cushion, stable. It has that, and it's such a good. The action moments, the music, the animation. Oh my goodness, they're just perfect. Not perfect, but you know what I mean. The story is great too. It all just comes together, and it makes you good. Like, I wasn't expecting half the stuff that happened in this show, but I'm glad they did happen because they're truly great. So, would I suggest you waste the hours on the show? Yes. Do I think it's something that I'd go back and watch? No. I'll watch the new episodes that come out, and you know, I might come back to this someday. Like, go into like the history and stuff of like why it was made, and yeah, it'd be cool. But for now, that's all that's available, and that's all I could watch. So, again, one day I'll come back to this, no doubt, because I really do love this show. But until then, I got nothing else to say, so